What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. So today we are going to take a look at KX Enforcer Droid from Star Wars Book of Boba, which everyone loves. And you can, well, I think it's out of stock now, but I picked this up really cheap. So I was just like, why not, right? Like, I'm not even a huge Star Wars slash Book of Boba fan, but I like the look of this droid. So let's take a look at this, and I'll tell you exactly why I bought this. So let's unbox this first. As we all know, it's been a while. This is really K2SO. You know, like for most people, this is a stand in for K2SO. If you missed that out, that is going for a lot of money at one point. Before this guy came out. Now it's still decent, but since he came out, you know, you have options. I think this is still waitlisted, but I get mine at Big Bad. So, but let's open this guy up. I like the look of this droid. I really did. And you know, when it was announced, I was just like, maybe I should pick it up because I did like Rogue One. And then he came out on Book of Boba. And I was just like, yeah, that little cameo scene. I like it. You know, I have some purpose for him. I want him to just to be a robot. You know, just a regular robot. Because he looks like a generic robot. So this is the a Mandalorian helmet. I'm guessing that's like the, what do you call that? The Watch Mandalorian, whatever their name is. And then you got the antenna on the back here. I was surprised really when I got this guy. He's kind of heavy, you know. He has some die-cast pieces to him. I thought it was gonna be like just light, but he felt like heavier than IG-11 almost. And you got this base from Mark 85 battle damage, and then you got. I like the fact that it does come with this nice, you know. I love this poles, this transparent poles, and it does have a waist grabber. I thought it was going to come with those kind of like crotch grabber kind of thingy, but it makes sense that it's waist grabber because he doesn't really have a crotch to grab on. So let's take a closer look on the accessories it comes with. So like I said, the Death Watch. There you go. I got the name. You got the, I think it is a Death Watch Mandalorian helmet. It's damaged inside, and from the outside, I mean, some weathering inside. You can't really put it on any figure. And then you got a small blaster. Let me know in the comments what's the name of this. I don't know. You got a bigger blaster. Let's just put it that way. I didn't do any research. I don't care. Yeah, so it looks nice. There's nice weathering to it. Some silver bits on the side. It feels like I've seen this blaster before. You know, probably is it the same one on my Stormtrooper, the one with the orange pauldron on it? It feels the same. Maybe it's different. It's probably different, but yeah, it looks nice. I like it. It has a scope to it, and it looks like it's heavy, but it's not. It's just plastic. And then you got this base that I like. This kind of bases, you know, again, Mark 85, but this one has that orange kind of rubble into it. Kind of like bricks. I don't know why. This is more realistic, so to speak, than the Mark 85. While you're in space here in Star Wars, I guess. And yeah, let's take a look at the body and armor for this guy. The legs are actually die-cast, which is really nice because it gives a little heft to the figure, which is a welcome addition. Again, like IG-11, although IG-11 is more squared, he feels more Star Wars-y, you know, if that makes sense. As a droid, IG-11 feels like it does belong to Star Wars, while KX feels like it could go in different genres, so to speak. And this obviously is a lot more battle damaged, a lot weathered compared to K2SO. So if you have one, you can make an argument that you can have both. You know, both K2SO and him. They look different. You know, they're similar molds, but obviously the paint application is different. I believe all the accessories are different as well. So, I mean, again, if you wanted this to stand in as K2SO, you know, no one's stopping you. It could work that way, in my opinion. I will go to the articulation later. That's one thing that's a bit scary for this guy, because it feels like everything's just tight. Shoulders, well, not shoulders, the elbows, the ankle articulation. This is the backside of him. Yeah, some but it does work. Make no mistake about it. It does work. I'm always more drawn into battle damage pieces. I feel like it just gives more grit into the figure. That's why I like my Iron Man battle damage. Anything battle damage, I kind of tend to gravitate more to that. And this is no different. That's why when this was announced, it was on my radar. I wasn't gonna pay full price though, but I got it for a really good deal. Head sculpt looks nice. Again, it feels like the robot from, what do you call that, the Giant, something like that. I don't know, it just reminds me of that cartoon, but it's nice. You can see there's some rust to it, a lot of weathering involved. That's the antenna on his back that you have to insert yourself. But I like the overall look of KX Droid. I'm gonna use him for my Terminator. This is exactly why I bought him for. I don't like some elements of it, like this head sculpt right here. Aesthetic wise, looks good. Supposedly it does. You can move the eyes. It makes no difference to me. I mean, at least they could have taken that out. I don't like how you attach this dome, because it's, again, friction based. They should have made it like an Iron Man where there is a magnet to it. You can see the inside here. You could adjust the eyes. There's two transparent rod in there, and then the light it's pretty bright as well, as you can see. But I don't know, it's too cumbersome for me. Like it feels like it's tight for no reason. Magnet does exist. They've done it multiple times with their Iron Man. Look, that I don't want to push it in completely. You could, but it's just I know I'm gonna turn off the lights again, so that's why I wasn't like too eager. But it's not convenient. And articulation wise, this is another one right here. Some things are tight for no reason. I guess just the overall engineering of this guy. So you can pull this down, and this joint on the shoulders are plastic, which is weird. They should have made that die cast. The elbows can bend up to that point. There's no rubber gasket compared to IG-11, which is good, but you can see the joints are circular. This moves around. I also don't like the idea that he doesn't come with extra hands. He comes with this articulated fingers, which is cool, but there's space where you could have him replaceable hands. It's like RoboCop. If anyone has RoboCop, those articulated fingers are not good in holding the gun. They never were. They can never hold it properly, and I feel the same exact way for this droid right here. They could have came with maybe just a gun holding hand. That's all I'm asking for. And also, if the hands, you see this, you gotta hold them with two hands, I feel like, to bend the knees right there. They're a little tight. It could bend. It's not, I think it's ratcheted. The one on the ankle definitely is ratcheted, because I tried it, and it's kind of scary how tight it is. You see that moves, and it is ratcheted. But this guy right here, I did it off camera because I feel like I was just gonna break it. You got some toe articulation as well. It can move in and out, but yeah, it is tight. It could move, just tight. Double jointed on the neck as well, two ball joints there. Let's do some poses for this guy. And you can see him. This is the scene from Book of Boba, where there's a lot of KX droid enforcers, and there's like the flying droid. I love that scene. It just came in really quickly as well. But they look menacing in there. They're meant to hurt someone, and I like it. That's why I like this droid. I would say more than IG-11 had a badass scene though in Mandalorian. Him, we can call him K2SO. This is like a scene I think from um what do you call that, Rogue One, where I got this cloud inspired look. He's big, you know, and he was, not only is he in Rogue One, he's also on the spin-off series, so he was there too. That's not K2 per se, I think, but yeah, he was there. So that's he had several, and I heard he's from this video game as well. He's in there. I forgot the name of the video game. I know I played the first one, but yeah, I heard he was there too. I've never played that yet. And this is the size comparison between him, a trooper, and IG-11. IG-11 is pretty tall, and then you combine that with him, you know, like you can see he's much taller, much wider as well. His body overall proportion with a short trooper. A short trooper just looks like a tiny, almost a different scale. And here he is with Terminator. You know, this is what inspired me. Maybe he can, you know, be like a droid in my scenes, in a, you know, photography for Terminator, and maybe a Sentinel. That's why I put Wolverine in there. You know, one of those just generic robots that Wolverine can fight. Just, you know, again, it might be the wrong reasons to buy, or maybe I'm just trying to convince myself to buy that. That is highly possible as well, because he was cheap. Or here you go, another scene right here, maybe just a generic robot to fight Iron Man. Again, it's highly possible that I'm just looking a reason to buy this figure, and that could be true as well. But hey, those were running in my head because I was just like, do I really need this KX droid? The answer always comes back to no, but it was cheap, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And here we are with Iron Man. But yeah, there you go. I mean, like I said, with Iron Man, he could be like a Hammer drones is what I'm thinking, a stand-in, whatever the case may be. Here he is holding his gun, looking pretty good. I like the way this guy looks. He was originally, I believe, $275. He's waitlisted now. Got him for almost half the price for that. So I in my mind, just the base, the way he looks, the way the idea is, whether it's gonna manifest or not, that I can do with him with other figures. I was just like, it's a no-brainer. So pick them up as a figure, looking great in my opinion. Depending if you think it is worth the price, initially for me it wasn't. So it came down to the right price, then I picked them up. But as a figure, the paint application looks good. The accessories are what you'd expect. Just two, I would say, things that I didn't like was the way you attach the helmet dome. Should have been magnet. And the lack of arms. I get it. I mean, not arms, hands. I get it. Articulated hands. But look at how he's holding his gun. It just doesn't work. We've seen this with RoboCop. It just doesn't work. I think there's opportunities to have swappable hands. They skipped out on it. I get it from that standpoint. They also, IG-11, you can't swap hands, but it feels like it should have been. You know, that's just me. But that's how I feel about this. Let me know in the comments if you own this figure, if you're looking for one. You know, if you think this could be a stand-in for K2SO, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.